Hello, good evening, Twin Minds here. We are returning to finish off the P.A.C.K. Post-Apocalyptic cleaning kit. Because we left it off with one fairly sizable mission left, so we're gonna finish it. And then we might have other sucking to do. We shall see. Scooby, Ducks, Icesucks, hello, hi, welcome. Yes, Gila, what would you like? Yeah? You want more head pets? Okay, I can do that. More head pets. All of the head pets. Okay, more. He's not done yet. Yeah, okay. More head pets. Let's get into the game while I head pet tequila in wrong hand. Mutation. Yes, mutation. The virus continues to mutate, causing ordinary people to become filled with rage. Quarantine checkpoints have been set up to get people to safe zones. Meh. 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 Alright, so we have a lot of work to do in this level. Because we are outside, and outside is a dirty place to be. So I feel like this might be beyond my scope of cleaning duties, but as a robot, I see dirt and I must clean. I'm curious the best way to handle this, because it's a god-awful mess is what it is. But I think just tackling it small bits at a time is the only way to do it. There are still the little small ones that are really hard to see. Nah, it's okay. I got myself into this mess. I will clean my way out of it. Yeah. So the other problem I'm seeing is the texture. It is a very dirty texture to begin with, so it's hard to tell when I'm done with the cleaning. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Indeed, the fast evaporating water does help. I have a feeling it's not just water. We probably have some, like, chemicalized water, which is probably not the best to be spraying in an outdoor environment, but, you know, whatever. I don't think so. I don't think we have any... I mean, we have the Epic. Let's I could change the shadow and reflection qualities to see if that helps at all, but nah. I'll just rely on the tab. Hello, Gila. Hello, kitty. Yes, pure acetone. This is going to take some effort, though, because of the needing to stop and stare every time. But okay, so let's run around, and so last time we did all of the things in the last few levels, and then we took a brief run around this level to make sure that there weren't any like critical story elements. So I think we'll be fine to just focus on the cleaning. Okay, so that's my, at least one of the scrapper dues. Seriously? The ceiling, too? Alright. Scooby's gone streaking. 55 streak. That's pretty damn impressive. Well, I appreciate you being there. You look. No, stop. Stop. No, stop. Stop. Do not spill my boiling hot tea on your head. Don't do it. Don't. He just gets into his habit of trying to push against the wall so that he can get as close to me as possible. So he'll push against the wall so he can push his back towards me, and then he stretches his head back to push as hard as he possibly can towards me. And that almost always involves him scooching my drinks across the desk. Yeah. Yes, adorably dangerous indeed. Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hi, Valona. How you doing? I swear, some of these things are only cleanable if you can see them first, because I cleaned that entire bloody corner, and it wasn't until I did the scan that I was able to see what I missed. See? Right there. I knew it. Those are very suspicious stains. They are not visible. Also, I can't see this corner. There we go. Ghost stains. Ectoplasm. I mean, there are a lot of dead people in the apocalypse, so it is entirely possible that we do have some form of ghostly remains clogging up the joint. Okay. Oh, you son of a bitch. I clean the hell out of that. I clean the hell out of these corners. That's fine. We'll just call it ectoplasm, and I know I'll have to scan after I'm done scrubbing. But I do believe it should be reported as an issue, because I will indeed clean the hell out of these places, and there will still be stuff left over afterward that does not get cleaned until I scan it. Oh, that one was pretty good. I mean, at least it's not the glue brush. For, you know, painting glue everywhere. Oh yeah, no, I get you there. I'm definitely willing to put them into the mindset of ectoplasm so as not to have to get too frustrated by it being an issue. You think too hard, ducks. You think too hard. Yeah, there's a lot of ceiling damage here, and I can only assume that in their attempt to put down the violent infected, that they had to cleanse this entire area with a flamethrower. I think the only downside is that there's no bodies to show for it. To really sell that message. It happens. Alright. Oh, I thought we were done with that corner. No, I wandered too far is what happened. I kinda just started going randomly following the splotches. Yes, it is the splotch's fault. It is certainly not my fault that I am out of touch. No, it is the splotch's fault. Amuse splotches? Maybe these are the ghostly remnants of the humans. They flamethrowered so hard in this corner that there's nothing left but ectoplasm. What a suspicious corner. It is spooky dirt. Alright. Now for a sanity check. How well did I do in this corner? Not very. Good God, there's so much. There's so friggin' much. Oh, good golly. They used water and lye to make the bodies vanish. So it wasn't flamethrowers, it was chemical warfare. I murder you too. Murder you too. Yes, kitty. Yeah. Nope, that's all Gila. I know that's probably on a different surface, but I don't want to lose sight of it in case that's like the last thing that I need to clean after we get to like 99.9% or whatever. It's really satisfying when you get a lot of bloops in a row. Yeah, like bubble wrap. Exactly. Alright, let's get the central pillar. Central pillar done? Nope. Forgot the ectoplasm. Okay. Yeah. My turn to bother you. He was standing behind my monitor, minding his own business, scratching his chin, and I bothered him. Nice. Okay, how much of this place is done? Like a quarter of it, at most. God. Meh. And that's just the lower section. Like that's just this underground section. There's so much more to this level. This might take me all bloody night. Oh yeah. Upgrades would be really nice. To be able to handle some of this stuff a little bit more available, more readily. Now, I've been putting through a lot of effort on the ceiling. I haven't even really focused on the floor much yet. So we're a ways away from being done here. Yeah, here's hoping he enhances this game a bit. No telling what time frame we're looking at, if he's even considering any of the things. Okay, we're getting places. Right when it suddenly goes quiet, it's like, ooh, maybe it's a little too quiet. I could put on music. Didn't this game have music and I turned it off because... No, it does not have music. I'm remembering a different game. Turned off music because it was like the same 30 seconds of song repeated over and over again. Let us put on some music. Do we have something that's appropriately apocalyptic? We do not have an apocalypse channel. Okay, that's good. What about epic? Epic cleaning music. Either. What would you like? You would like meow? I don't know if I can help you with meow. I'm trying to think of simulatory type games to play next. Because we're getting close to done with this game. And I'm not talking about like just for tonight. I'm talking about like future-ish. We're just about done with this game. The Junkyard Builder probably doesn't have too much life left in it. I can't help you right meow, I'm cleaning. Did you just say meow? No. Isn't that game, and I know you've mentioned that several times now. I never got around to playing the demo. Isn't that game just primarily big old automation chains, or is there more to it than that? Yeah, I figured it seemed kind of sort of parcel sim-ish. It might be okay for a night, but I doubt I would play it long term. There's another game that kind of sort of reminds me of Parcel Sim I was thinking of doing maybe as a demo tonight. Haven't decided yet, actually, about tonight either. Hang on. My throat decided to suddenly be dry and scratchy. Tonight I was thinking we could do more sucking. I have more sucking to do. But also I have a few demos that we could do instead. So I haven't decided quite yet which way I'm going to go. And I will happily take opinions one way or the other. The one like Parcel Sim is an airport baggage checky doodad. So kind of sort of similar to the other airport baggage checky doodad that I had done previously, but a little bit more Parcel Sim-ish. That's probably the one. I don't remember the name of it. Yeah, to me, just from the very brief look I did at the screenshots, it looked kind of similar to Parcel Sim, but for checking baggage information rather than checking shipping parcels. So kind of sort of very similar concept with conveyor belts and automated machinery and whatnot. I've been also kind of debating going back to one of the mining games that I have done before. There's Gold Rush, the game, which has been decoupled from its TV tie-in, and is now, I think it's just Gold Mining Simulator or something like that. And then there's, I think it's just called Gold Miner, which is done by a German dev, and he's done a lot of work to update that since I last played. And then there's Out of Ore, which is the one that's being made by a modding group who does mods for Farming Simulator. They decided to make their own standalone game. And I've played all three of those at some point or another in the past, but they have all been drastically updated since I have last played them. So I've been debating on going back. And I'm always on the lookout for more scrapping and recycling type games, because I've kind of burnt out the existing ones I've done. Might be time to change up my perspective. I'm getting a little bit dizzy from spinning around circles at the roof. But there's still goo to be had up here. Actually, getting pretty close. At least on the roof. Floor still sucks. Didn't I already take care of the section? Your vote is for demos for the rest of the night. Noted. There's no dart there. Those damn ectoplasm spots. You know, I thought it was almost done. But that still looks awful. That still looks atrocious. I mean, the ceiling is mostly done, which is nice. Yep, mouse, come back. Thank you. Still not sure what's up with that. I've tried a few things to fix it. It hasn't helped. Alright, ectoplasm check. Yeah, a couple of them. Yeah, the beeping is a little excessive. That's why I try to do it without the beeping. Damn it, there you go. Alright, how much ceiling do I have left to do? Really not much. Let's see if we can finish out the ceiling. Get a sense of pride and accomplishment or something. Ceiling is almost done. I think this might actually be the worst area. I remember there was a lot of like leaf vacuuming to be done in some of the other spots, but not nearly as much dirt to clean up. So this might be one of the worst spots. Ceiling done. That's not a dirty park bench. It's just a dirty looking park bench. We are inching closer to being done with this area. Oh, spots are being very stubborn. Okay, so that's a big old sucky spot. That's fine. We'll get out there when we get there. Okay, we're getting there. We only have like half the floor left and a couple small segments of wall. Alright, so close. So close I can almost taste it. Although it's so gross, I've probably been tasting it the whole time. That does remind me that this doesn't really scream like gross to me. Like, we've got the occasional skeleton and the occasional very faint blood spot. I mean, the blood we've seen so far has been minimal at best. And I'm not saying it needs to be a gory goo fest like a Viscera cleanup detail or something like that, but it doesn't feel like much the remnants of humanity. It feels more like this place just hit the elements a little bit too hard, and we're fighting Mother Nature at this point. Like, this very well could have been some sort of last standoff against humanity. But it feels very much like a little bit of mud got in. Okay, a bit of mud got in. So I think we could do to lean a little bit more into the post-apocalyptic portion of the post-apocalyptic cleaning kit. We are so close to being done with this segment. It's not the level. There's so much more level to be done. But this segment is getting close to done. Aside from ectoplasm, this might actually be the last spot of, like, real dirt. And then we'll have to do a final sweep just to make sure we got it all. Okay. Final ectoplasm cleanup sweep. Now there are beeps happening, but I think that's because there's a floor directly above me that has dirt on it, so we're ignoring that for now. You. Can I clean it? Or are you part of over here? It was part of over there. Okay, good. I think we're done it. I think this whole underground section is clean. That took a lot of bloody effort. I need to stop beeping and take a moment. Okay, onward. So let's do the outside of this section. Done a little bit of it, but definitely not all of it. Cube. Been a while since I've had a cube. Yeah, see, that to me definitely screams suck. But it is a dirt. Looks like there's too much physical stuff there to be just a suck. Yes, this is all just outside. This is just outside stuff. It doesn't feel like I should be, as a robot, I should not be cleaning this. But alas, my directives have been mutated ever so slightly to make me think that I should indeed be cleaning up Mother Nature. I mean, there's hundreds of people signing up for those giveaways in Autonomica, so I mean, yeah, it sucks that you're not winning, but it does make sense. There's a lot of people voting or trying to get in on it. I should probably make a plan and figure out how and when I'm going to be doing my giveaways. Because I have keys to give away too. I know Scooby has lain claim to some of it, and so has Sparkle. I just need to get a list of how much I have left to give away. Could possibly do New Year's Eve. I have to actually plan for it, though. I have to make sure I have enough to give away. I know I have quite a few keys, but I want to make sure I have it all. Alright, so I guess let's clean this square. I say square. It is a circle, but it is like a town square kind of deal. I had actually intended to do at least one giveaway in my last alpha stream, but I kind of forgot. I was too busy doing the alpha stream. but I had kind of not intended to do another play until whenever the next update is, because I've already kind of tested the hell out of it, and I'm not sure that next update is going to be ready for New Year's Eve. Alright, so we got cubes. We have the barest of throws. Kind of sort of works if you get more oomph on it. Yeah, that works pretty well. Oops. I put too much oomph on that one. Where was the other one? Behind me. And then cube. There we go. Yeah, I think you mentioned that somewhere, which is good. Unfortunately, with the planned situation, is that I will be done playing it by the time those features come out, and I won't want to replay it until much later, when there's a lot more content and whatnot. Yep, there is a whole upper area to clean. There are multiple park paths to clean. There's a whole upper area. It's a big space. I think this space under here was probably the worst, but it's not to say there isn't a lot more to do still. I keep accidentally holding shift and trying to tab to get my blinky thing at the same time. No, that's, well, I mean, yes, there is a spot under there, but that's, that whole under spot is a throughway, so that goes through to a set of stairs that go up into the upper area. So I was just not counting that as a spot I was doing yet. I am not... I am. Forgot I was able to repair those. I thought that they would come up on the scan if I was meant to repair them, but apparently not. That's probably going to be a little bit trickier if they're not going to come up on the scan. But at least the upper left corner has a listing of what's in the area that needs to be repaired. Oops. Well, that's a water cube now. The vacuuming is more satisfying. It pops more quickly. And then you have a cube to play with when you're done. So according to the thingy, there are still 4 benches to repair. And it's counting this space as well as this space. It might be overall 4 benches to repair in all of the spaces. I thought it was a segmented listing, like this space versus the upstairs space, that kind of thing, but I'm not seeing it change between at least here and under there. Okay, so let's do this path after we finish this stuff down here. Okay. Sucky, sucky. Oh, we need to suck the leaves out of the lawn too? Ah, jeez. I'm most likely missing some of the spots. Oh, geez, they fly. They fly so far. Alright, where'd you fly to, bud? There you are. Shove. Perfect. Good crunch. I have 1,700 organic material. And I can only assume that since that's the material that I need to repair benches, I can only assume that I'm repairing benches with bones. Alright, let's clean the stair. Do I have another crunchy machine up here? I don't think so. I don't see another crunchy machine. Clearly, I didn't finish cleaning this pathway. Let's do that. Alright, this path is almost done. And we'll finish cleaning up the stairs. Oof. A lot of goo up here. A lot of goo. Alright, this guy might need to be moved. He's covering the blood stains. You, go in there. These two need to be moved because they're covering the blood stains. I'm gonna finish refocusing on the stairs. Because it's mostly just stuff and things. I can't really use this to sweep. I can use the bones to sweep. The bones sweep actually really well. It's not very efficient, though. Nobody left behind. Maybe the apocalypse, but doesn't mean that we gotta leave people behind. There we go. That's some good stuff. Goodbye. Ding. Alright, let's do these stairs. Yep, that ectoplasm. It gets me every time. Because if it weren't for the scanner do, I wouldn't be able to see it, at all. Alright, so just this part's left, although I hit that from here. Maybe. Maybe not. Hopefully that's something I can hit from up there. Any ectoplasm? Oh, plenty of ectoplasm. Plus some spots I just didn't even see. There it is. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Okay. So this whole underside path is done then. Still feel like cleaning up after Mother Nature is a losing battle. And who are we really cleaning this park for? Do I, as a robot, have the aesthetic pleasure derived from a clean outdoor living space? Or is this for the humans that no longer exist? Am I still just following my useless prime directive since all the humans are dead? I can't believe I just cleaned the mud from the muddy space. More mud on the mud. Gotta clean the mud off the mud. Can't have inappropriate mud in my locations. Hi, Gita. Alright, and we can't go in these places, so this is just an outdoor scrubbing only. And now I must multitask. Clean the outside space and appease the whining kitty. I can reach a surprising amount of stuff from here. Alright. Did we do good? Well, except for the ectoplasm. Meow. Alright, bathroom space is almost clean. Despite kitty interference. Okay. Done? Done. Done. So restroom is now clean. Can't go past that way. We do still have this to do. I did clean the stairs, but apparently top of the stairs I did not do. I still haven't found the 4 benches I'm supposed to repair yet, but we'll get there, I'm sure. I still have kitty interference. Yeah. I was talking about you. He may be done interfering. He has scooched. I do not know how far he has scooched, but he is out of line of sight. Ah, dang ectoplasm hiding out on the grass. Ectoplasm. There we go. There we go. Any more suckies to do up here? Yes. Bench. A leaf, I forgot. How dare I forget a leaf? That was a very dirty pile of mud. Bench. There's another bench. Actually getting pretty close to being done with this whole level, I think. We have some stuff to do in this upper area here, but it's not a lot, I don't think. Because we finished the restroom, and I think there's some decent dirt over that direction, by that building, but I think we're running low. Not done yet, but definitely getting the home stretch here. Of course, the ectoplasm check shows how much I missed. Great. The ball. The world is clean. Bench. Oh, I think those are... Yeah, those are vacuuming things. I think we read these last time, but probably worth a read again. CCTV, August 2159. It's not the first time I've seen this scenario played out. No one was prepared. We should have been, but people are equal parts brilliant and dumb as rocks. Indeed, SK, indeed. Man. No, that might be a suck? Apparently that was a suck. Alright, fair enough. We have more nature to clean. I feel like this type of prime directive of clean dirt no matter what is dangerously close to something like the Grey Goo scenario, where Robot is so determined to clean all of the dirt that it ends up cleaning up all of the dirt from the entirety of outside. And that is hazardous. Like if you don't set parameters, Robot's gonna do what Robot's gonna do. So if you don't tell Robot that outside is okay place to have dirt, then Robot is going to clean dirt. And I don't know if it would be very healthy for the planet to clean all of the dirt off of the surface. But by God, I'm gonna try. I think all that's left is this building and then the street. And only part of the street, because I've already done some of it. So I think we're getting really close to being done here. Ah, there we go. Then we got that stuff. But then we still have front of building. I think that's about it, actually. We'll have to do another sweep, but I mean, we're at 96%, so definitely close. Snack bar. You get it all? Yeah, okay. So all that's left, I think, is this street. I think that's all that's left. So let's take the friends. I think there's some more. Ah, that's right. The gun. Wait, is the gun garbage? It is garbage. We don't need no stinking guns anymore. And we clearly had an altercation over here. Unfortunately, I cannot clear the cars from the road. I cannot make this place completely whole again. I am only authorized for dirt removal and body cleanup. And then there's this guy. Analog note from October 2143. Not much is happening here. Just me standing watch, watching the same trees sway in the wind and waving cars through every now and then. Honestly, it's pretty dull. No infected, no chaos. Just a lot of silence and my own thoughts echoing in my head. I've heard some crazy stories. Apparently infected people are becoming rage machines and attacking people. I've never seen it here, but at this point I could use some action before I fall asleep. And he indeed did get the action he was seeking. Possibly a little bit more than he wanted. And this may be him. It's hard to tell. Aha. Smudge. Blood splat. Blood splat. There we go. Okay, so let's go deal with all of my vacuum stuff. And we'll do another pass as well. I don't know exactly where the gun ended up. I accidentally kicked it with a skeleton. And I heard it go flying behind me, but I didn't see where it landed. Gun! All the way up here. Ooh, is gun good sweeper? Gun is great sweeper. Hell yeah. Perfect. Gun is not great sweeper of skeletons. Just kind of scoots over the skeletons. How, yeah, that'll do. Where are we beeping? I think the beeping is directly above me, okay. Goodbye, gun. You will no longer be needed. There are no more humans to shoot. In the hole. There you go. Hell of a nice trip. Goodbye. Okay, I do believe we are done once we finish this this little street segment. And if not, we're gonna have to go hunting. Alright. We are at 99. I love how I have to clean off the car that is otherwise completely disassembled and definitely not functional. Still needs to be clean. And with that, we are done. Took 2 hours and 16 minutes. Jesus. That was a hell of a long last level. But yeah, that is now it for the post-apocalyptic cleaning kit. We have done all of the levels. Let's just double check. Mutation. Yeah, we 100% of all the levels, all 6 whole levels. I liked it. There were a lot of there's a lot of variety in each of the levels. The lore was very sparse. Could have done with more lore. Could always use more lore in stuff like this. Definitely some issues here and there, and some suggestions for updating the game to be more full and complete. But it's good for what it is. So I will keep an eye on this one to see if it develops further, if and when it develops further. And then, yeah, we shall move on to the next game.